finally we have the approved documents for Part L 2013. Now there aren't too many changes from all the initial information and the videos that we released a few weeks ago. However, there are a couple of things that stand out. So for Part L1A, they have introduced a section called Model Designs, which gives you effectively a guide to compliance. Now it's not rigid, there is flexibility around that. However, there are a couple of things that stand out. The first one is that the heating controls assumed in the model design, which was also used to calculate the target emission rate, are twin zone control with a weather compensator. So on that basis, that is actually quite a stringent heating control that you may have to be putting in. We're also looking at a thermal bridging Y value of 0.05, which again is a more stringent standard than the current accredited construction details. What this means is that if you were using either, let's say, the APA details or constructed details, or alternatively the enhanced construction details, what would have given you a benefit under 2010 Part L is now the norm. So this is something that a few developers may well struggle with in terms of compliance. For Part L2A, there are a few things to be aware of. Firstly, we now have a more stringent standard for lighting designs. The luminous efficacy for a lighting design now needs to be 60 lumens per circuit watt, whereas previously it was 55, so more stringent standard there. And again, we have an addition in terms of how you can measure the performance of your lighting design with LENI, which is the Lighting Energy Numerical Indicator. It's a separate calculation that can be done, and it shows the kilowatt hours per meter squared per year for your lighting design. Now, the reason we're flagging this up is that lighting plays a very important part in compliance with your SBEM calculation, and the notional calculation for Part L2A is requiring possibly a 12% reduction for building types such as open plan offices. So it's going to be a very difficult calculation to comply with. We really would advise that you get us involved very early on in the process to ensure that any of the risk that you could carry through non-compliance is mitigated and designed out as early as possible. So we're still awaiting, unfortunately, trial SAP software and SBEM software, but hopefully this will be out in the next couple of weeks. Once we've got that, we'll be able to run some more detailed scenarios and let you know exactly what compliance could look like.